I'm good, you know. I'm excited.
Yeah, you should
like
be.
you said, number one.
Yeah. $20 million, that's what they said.
That is what they said. It said 20 million, the estimate. You know, they make the estimate.
Right.
It's a little premature sometimes. It was actually, and it bugs me a lot, 19 point a lot, which is still gargantuan.
Sure.
And delicious, but not 20. I like the roundness of 20. Mm-hmm. And they got my, you know, they got me saying it was 20 all over town, and then, oh, sorry, 19.9. I'm kind of OCD with numbers, and I like things to be perfectly numbered.
Oh. In every area? Is that how you are in every area?
There are some other times when I have number obsessions, like I like 3 knocks or 5 knocks.
At the door?
Yes, but not 4 knocks. If I hear, I go, get another one. A little bit. I have some of those things. But that doesn't make me crazy. I think a lot of people have number things.
Sure, there are other things that make you crazy. Yeah. Do you have other OCD things, or is that it?
I mean, there's, you know, little tweaks and trumbles.
You don't have to tell us.
Is that a word? Trumbles?
It is now.
Yeah.
Tweaks and trumbles.
I like things in their place. I'm a, you know, I don't believe in that astrology gobbledygook, but I'm a Virgo, and they say that's true of Virgos, that we like things just right in the thing, in the slot that they're supposed to be in.
I'm Aquarian, and I like things just right in the thing, in the slot.
Is it the age of Aquarius?
I believe it's the year of the monkey.
Okay.
Is it the age of the Aquarius?
I just remember when I saw Hair, that movie, I was really jealous, because I was like, when is it the age of Virgo?
Yeah.
How long is the age last for? Is that a real thing, the age of?
I don't know either. I'm not sure. But we can look into it and get back to you.
Yeah.
I believe it's either the year of the monkey or the season of the witch.
Okay. That's...
I don't know. But either way, to me, you're a 10. Is that a good thing? Is that a good number?
That's good.
Yeah.
I love that.
Okay, you are.
That's very generous.
Now, when you said that doesn't make you crazy, the OCD thing, the thing about you when you're a kid and you pretended to be bionic?
That's, yeah.
Is that normal?
Well, I was just, you know, I needed a lot of attention, and I wanted people not just to think that I was cool, but I wanted them to think I was, thank you.
Yeah.
But see,
people think you're awesome.
It wasn't, but even that wasn't enough. I needed more than awesome. I wanted to be like superhuman. I wanted people to think, he's not from this planet. How does he do the things he does? Which was weird, you know.
So what did you do?
I pretended to be bionic. My favorite show is $6 Million Man, and I put wires in my shirt one day at school, but I let them peek out, but not too much. I wanted it to be subtle. Subtle peek out. I think I was wearing long sleeve. Subtle peek, so that if someone noticed it, I would say, nothing. It's nothing. And then I wanted to start the rumor that I was bionic. But I never wanted to come out and say it. You know what I mean?
I think that's... How old were you when you did that?
I don't know. 2nd grade? 3rd grade? Somewhere around there.
That's hilarious that you would let it peek out slightly and then just try to hide it.
Yeah.
That's... Do we have a question in Cleveland for Jack? Is that... Okay, what's the question? Hopefully... Hi! Oh, wow, she's very excited.
Hi.
Hi, Ellen. Hi, Jack.
Hi, you're Jack here. What's your question for Jack?
I was wondering, you were so hilarious and so funny in your movie, and I was just wondering, in high school, were you that crazy?
You know, I was a little crazy. I pulled some crazy stuff. What did I do in high school?
Well, she just missed the bionic story. When she sees that, she'll understand.
Well, that was grade school. Later in high school, I did a lot of theater, and I did some crazy stuff,
you got in a fight in Hebrew school?
Oh, yeah. That was the only fight I've ever been in. And there was this guy, I don't like to fight, but this guy really wanted to fight with me. He was angry about something else. And he was like, come on, man, let's fight. And I said, okay, I'm backed into a corner. He's not that big. I'm gonna fight. And then it turned into a crazy Jackie Chan type of thing where there was like, I ended up forcing him to give me a piggyback ride and giving him chops. And I've never gotten in a fight since then. I felt really bad for him because he
well-
really wanted to beat me up.
Well, you used your bionic powers, is what you did.
Exactly.
Yeah. All right, we're going to be back with more Jack Black right after this. We're back with Jack Black, and we've looked it up, and trumbull is not a word.
Trumbull?
It's not a word.
You might want to look that up a little closer in a different, bigger dictionary.
Okay.
You might have used a small one.
All right, well, because I know you're good with words, I know that you're...
I am good with the small words.
You're good
the
with
two-letter ones.
That's what you're into the internet Scrabble?
Yeah.
What's
I love
that?
the Scrabble. It's actually called literati. They're not allowed to have Scrabble on the internet, I guess. But I'm a little obsessed with Scrabble, and it's cool when you play on the internet. You can play against like someone in China or someone in France or someone in Italy,
France.
and you can be kicking people's butts on the internet, and you can talk to them while you play and say, "Nice one," and you get a little communication back and forth. And sometimes it gets really heated,
But you do two-letter words? That's your big thing?
Of course. I mean, you're exposing your ignorance of the game. The two-letter words. I'm not being mean. I'm just saying the two-letter words are the key to the game.
I don't mind admitting my ignorance ever. I'm bringing ignorance back to television.
Good.
Now, wait a minute. But here's my question. Because I don't know a lot about Scrabble, but if you do two letters, it kind of blocks someone from being able to do another word off of that.
It's a defensive game as well as offense, but that's the key. If there's a word here, trundle, let's say. What was that the word I made
I
up?
think, was it trumbull or?
Trumbull. Trundle is for sure a word.
That is.
And then over here you put trumbull. If you can line them up so that the words that it makes, the two-letter words, they bonus numbers of points. For instance, here's one you probably didn't know. Z, XI, is an amazing word that I use a lot.
And what does it mean?
It means a Vietnamese monetary unit,
And
which is cool.
You use that a lot in life or just in Scrabble?
No, but if I go to Vietnam, I will know how, 12Z
Right.
for my Big Mac.
Right.